So, two players on stage, ready to do business. Tony O'Shea sitting alongside me. We're shortly to be joined by Matt Ford, the comedian, scriptwriter, and everything else as well. And now a dart player as well. Yes, there you see it on your screen. Jamie Hughes, fourth seed in this, Tony, and with very good reason, one of the top players in the BDO circuit.
Last 2 years, mate, he's been one of the stars of the show during the BDO circuit. Obviously, he's got a major on his belt already. I mean, he's only been around seriously for 2 years, and like I say, runner-up in the World Masters. He's defined as Masters champion. He's won 4 or 5 events this year, number 4 in the world, and you can't see it stopping for him. Things are only going to get better for him.
Won the Romanian Classic back in January. That's the one thing that he has won in 2016. Yes, he's had a great time, but that was the last thing he won, so perhaps it's time for him to add something to that during this calendar year.
Well, that's the calendar year, John, but the season actually started last October. That was his 4th event he's won this year, so he's well up there. He's got almost 300 points, ranked number 4. He's a form player.
And what about his opponent, Ryan Joyce? Because he's a bit of a dark horse in a way. He's in form. Nobody knows him better than you. Congratulations to you, won the Isle of Man Open a few weeks ago in March, and you beat him in the final.
And that was the first time I ever met him.
Really?
Seriously. March the 10th or whatever it was, and I saw him play a few of the earlier round games, and he beat a certain Martin Adams in the semi-finals, played absolutely fantastic, 100 average, and I thought, I've got me work cut out here. Anyway, I managed to beat him. He'd sort of eased off his form in the final, but fantastic. He's only played 4 events and he's already amassed 90 odd points.
Well, he was quarter-finalist in the recent Welsh Open. He was runner-up in the recent Danish Masters. And by the way, en route, he beat Jamie 4-1. So he said he'd only played him once and he beat him. So he certainly won't be lacking in confidence. Runner-up in March to you in the Isle of Man. And he's the reigning Teesside Open champion as well. All within a very short space of time. And I think that demonstrates, as his darts do there, the kind of form that he's in.
He's full of confidence, John. I mean, I know he's not won anything big yet, but I think it's only a matter of time. Obviously, he's beat Jamie in recent events. He's got the game, and it's just a matter of time for me.
So, settling down, best of 11, first to 6, and one thing I like about these, certainly Joyce got a good rhythm about his throw, a nice tempo about his throw. If anything, Jamie's a little bit more deliberate, and he's entitled to be, of course. From Tipton, in West Midlands, Jamie Hughes, known as Yozza, runner-up in the World Masters 2 years ago.
140.
As I recall, he was 5-2 up against Martin Adams and ended up losing it. He really had his big chance there to win a major, a real major. But you have to put that behind you, don't you?
As I said, it only took him another year, maybe after that, and he was the Finders Masters champion. So he's got that major already under his belt. We've been trying it for years and still not got one.
Well, you're a very honest man, Tony, because you have won 13 ranking titles, but the major is the one that you won, isn't it? The really big one.
I mean, I did actually win one in 09 in America, the WDF World Cup singles.
Yes.
For me, probably the hardest tournament in the world to win, but there's no prize money, it's just representing your country.
You're not asking for a loan, I hope.
58.
Obliquely.
Ryan, you require
I don't think I paid the last one back, John.
Yeah, well, there we are. Joyce going for 150. Very even like this with advantage of throw. Hughes now going for 1-2-1, and you feel that he has to get this to hold his throw.
Big moment already. Leaves him 61. 28, double 14.
93. Ryan, you
so
require
close
50.
there to taking that 1-2-1 out now. 50 for Joyce for an early lead against the throw.
Game shot, and the first leg, Ryan
double
Joyce.
16 does it. And you know,
second leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
Tony,
game on.
Hughes was what? A millimetre away from taking the leg. He loses it now. He's got a bit of work to do.
What impressed me there was the actual speed of his
58.
action was exactly the same way for the doubles as it was scoring.
Interesting observation, because sometimes you get slight hesitation, don't you? Or, conversely, rushed.
Well, there was none of that. That was a perfect finish.
100.
Which, for me, is a sign of confidence. I mean, I'm going back there. He's only played 4 events. He's still the way we count our point system up. He filled 12 lots of results. He's only filled 4. And he's in the top 40 in the world. When he finishes them other 8 boxes, he's going to be in the top 10.
And who knows? This could be the weekend when he adds substantially to those points.
60.
What we've noticed with Jamie over the last couple of years, though, he never gives in. He never gives in. He's a fantastic player.
Well, he's from the Black Country.
57.
They make them tough round there, don't they? You know, Dudley and Wolverhampton and Tipton, like, you know, Sandwell.
2 perfect darts.
Demonstrated perfectly. I think he heard us, Tony.
Well, it's the first time I've tipped everything wrong today. That followed in nicely for a change.
59. Jamie required 161.
Well, if he needed a maximum, that was when he needed one to try and get the break back.
$90.
He won't mind that. He won't mind that one little bit. You're 201 ahead.
Exactly. I mean, to be honest, his darts stand up quite high in the board there. I mean, that first dart was perfect. The second dart literally cancelled out the 20, so he had to change. Try and get a cover shot in to leave a finish.
Jamie requires 71.
71. He'll probably go treble 13 for double 16. 18 for tops now. To get the break back.
Game
Brilliant
shot
leg. That was a brilliant leg. And level
Third
out.
leg is Jamie to throw first.
Both legs have gone against the throw. Equilibrium's restored. And effectively now he's favourite again.
But there's another example of the dart standing up in the segment. It's totally blocked the 20. He's had to change.
And that, of course, all has to do with the style of throw, the actual release itself. Plus,
93.
No, without going too much into the aerodynamics and the ballistics of it, it is quite a science, really, isn't it?
$96.
Nice cover shot there.
An important part of the game, Tony, isn't it? Cover shot. So important. And when you practice that, presumably you have
58.
2 or 3 hours at the 19s, do you?
Modern dart players use every segment on the board. I mean, the young Dutch guys are a classic example. They use the 18s, 17s, 25s. They use every segment of the dartboard.
60.
I'm enjoying this game. 1-1. Quite a bit of life left in it yet.
96.
And it's settled down into a nice, easy rhythm. Easy on the eye. Don't like those, but they do happen now and again. That really was a springboard off the board, wasn't it?
40.
It really was. 4.8, 5.0 perhaps. From Newcastle upon Tyne. I said, I presume you support the Magpies then? He said, no, I support Chelsea. I said, John, he supported Chelsea. Yes, he said, ever since I was young. So he's not a glory hunter, been supporting them since the big money came in. He supported them when they were ordinary. 113 for Hughes. Joyce can't check out 159, but he can make a mighty hole in brilliant darts to leave 32.
13.
He wants the 16 for the tops now. Just to save his throw.
93.
But that great shot from Joyce has given him a great chance to break yet again.
Double 8 then. And that
Game
first
shot
start wasn't a bad guide for the second, was it?
It was on the same line, and that's
Fourth
3
leg
legs
is
now, all
to
against
throw
the throw,
first.
which is
Game on.
Unusual when you get two good players playing at a good standard.
And yet you'll concur with me that certainly the first and the third could have gone the other
59.
way. Could have gone, because Hughes had that double 14 in the first leg and he only just missed, and again in that one. And there we are.
60.
Jamie Hughes is 30 years of age, so is Ryan Joyce. Been around upon this planet for roughly the same amount of time, and we've been joined by a man who's much, much younger than them.
I don't look
well,
it.
At least he looks it, let's put it that way. Actually, slightly older. Matt Ford, good
Hello.
to see you, mate.
Good to see you too.
Enjoy your little match there with Andy Fordham.
I did, yeah. It was a real, really nerve-wracking actually to play darts with a real legend of the sport. Had I been in the pub
30.
just chucking arrows, I think it'd have been okay. But in front of him, I could feel my body shaking with fear. It really gave me a sense of actually playing darts in front of people is completely different to just doing it with your mates.
Well, you're not the only one. He's made a lot of people shake with fear, trust me.
Yeah, someone's telling me.
85.
Seasoned players have all wilted under his might.
But it's a pleasure to be here with you fellas. In fact, Tony, I met you at the Worlds earlier this year, but I was dressed as a Mexican. I was here with John Richardson at the start of the year.
That's right, yeah.
I was a little bit over-refreshed, but I'm moderating it today.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing
We're
at all.
at the darts. What's wrong with that?
Well, that was it. I turned up here and they said, oh, you can have a couple of beers if you want. This is ideal.
39.217.
So a slight check on the score, a slight check. The referee has made sure that scores are right.
40.
Seems to have just lost the weight, Jamie, at the moment.
Yeah, sometimes I've noticed this with Jamie.
96.
He can get into the meat of a game, into the heart of the game, and then be trying just a little too hard, because he is one of these, what I call a concentrative player, rather than
96.
spontaneous.
Ryan, you require 158.
Well, you needed the treble, didn't you, my friend? It didn't come along, so there's a chance here. Would be remarkable, this, a
58.
break on the
Jamie, you
trot.
require 120.
All three legs have gone with against the throw. You've watched darts on the telly quite a long time, have you, Matt?
Oh, years
you were
and
saying
years
on
and years,
stage.
yeah.
So you're well aware of the
96.
against the throw, with the
Ryan,
throw,
you
Absolutely,
require
yeah.
100.
just similar to tennis in that respect.
It makes
Breaking
such
serve, etc.
It makes such a huge difference to confidence and psychology, doesn't it? Breaking
68.
someone early.
Jamie, you require 24.
But it's when they start breaking each other back quick. That's when it's so fascinating to watch, because then
Game shot and the
it's like there's no advantage to either player.
Jamie
That's
Hughes.
basically what's happened in this game. There's 4 breaks of serve already.
Fifth leg is Jamie to throw
Yeah,
first.
and it means that
Game
Jamie
on.
has the advantage by winning the bull in the practice room. If it goes the distance, he throws first in the decider. He'll be while they're all being broken. I'm not so sure he will want that, but I think you would. You'd take it, wouldn't you?
42.
I mean, the force with which he threw that then. I mean, is there a sort of trade-off between accuracy and power?
Well, this fella lets them go he's quite a big fella, and there's quite a bit of force behind
140.
those. But I always feel that he's more spontaneous. There's a lovely rhythm about his action. And Jamie, slightly more deliberation, but this is a good visit.
I always feel with
140.
Jamie that he looks very emotional in the eyes. I always feel for him when he's playing darts. I get very involved in him as a man.
60.
I think that might have sounded
wrong.
wrong.
Got the whistling, please.
He's from Tipton, you know. He's from Tipton, and nice blokes.
Oh, he's a
fella.
lovely fella.
Yeah. I'm never sure where Tipton ends and Diffidale starts, but he's from that area. And a lovely lad.
60.
He is, isn't he, Tony? A real crow.
He was picked for the England team 3 years ago, and at that time that was his life's ambition in darts. And what he's done since then is it's truly amazing.
60.
And he's getting better, and I'm sure there's much more to come from him. But like Matt said, he wears it on his sleeve. You can see it in his face. He cares.
Do struggle as a player to hide that sometimes? Is it important to hide it, you know?
I always think you lose some energy if you show too much. I mean, people, obviously you take out a big finish or you win a set or whatever. People who jump around the stage, I think they lose nervous energy, and it takes people 2 or 3 legs to get that back.
Yeah.
So I try not to, but sometimes you can't help yourself, to be honest. Well, this is the difference with Jamie. That first start, if it's in...
124.
Tell you what, that's a brilliant visit, because he missed with the first start, but then got the next 2 to land himself on 40. And
124.
for the first hold of throw of this match. And at last we have one.
Beautiful.
Jamie Hughes.
And it wins him the session.
So we'll be back soon. Jamie Hughes just about takes the lead. Can he hang on to it?
Oh, absolutely, no way it's in there. And that first session with that just breaks of throw, right, left and centre, it's so evenly matched, it's so perfectly poised now. No one knows what's going to happen next, it's perfect.
And your thoughts on this so far, Tony?
Again, they're not showing the form we know they can play, but what a way to start the second session.
There are a few things in sport better than seeing a 180 on it. It's so satisfying to watch.
174s
are not far behind.
Not bad.
A 180 followed by a 174 followed by what? A 147 finish is nice as well, isn't it?
100.
Nice prize as well, mate.
Yes.
But obviously, this happens so often. A break in a game changes the whole match. Look at, they've come out, they're playing fantastic.
134.
That little break, they've composed themselves. They've probably had a little go at themselves and thinking, I'm not playing like I should be. The scoring's not there, but the finishing's fantastic.
I think Beethoven composed himself during the break. I'm sure he did. He didn't write some bad stuff, did he, really?
It must make a huge difference when you're playing someone who's absolutely on you like this.
99.
To force you to raise your game.
161.
That's usually when the better games happen, when you're pushing your opponent. You've got to play well. That leaves him double 12 when he comes back.
Jamie required 94.
I think this is the best leg of the match so far. It's brilliant. It's been brilliant. Oh, 44 left. Chance to go out here. 32 will do. Oh, would have been a perfect finish to keep Joyce well away at 4-2, but now a chance to level up at 3-all.
Game short on the 6th leg. Ryan Joyce.
Superb.
7th leg.
It is the precision with which these top-level players are able to deliver darts like that. From a fan's point of view, is mind-blowing. You're lucky if you get anywhere near a sort of treble 20 if at my level, you know, just playing in the pub. Watching these fellas knock these out is just remarkable.
Well,
here we go.
He's more like a Rolls Royce, Mr. Joyce. Brilliant darts! Brilliant darts! Oh, it's Ryan Rolls Royce Joyce from now on, definitely.
It's absolutely
137.
This has got to be the best game of the tournament so far.
Well, I haven't watched all of them as closely as I tend to when I'm commentating. And some people say I don't watch them that closely when I'm commentating, but by some of the things I say. But in all fairness, it certainly, since the interval, as Tony said, been tremendous.
134.
That treble 19's taking a bit of a pounding, isn't it?
.45. Jamie, you require 130.
He does actually have 6 darts for this, so I don't think the bull's going to be used here.
90.
Good last dart to leave tops. He's on song, Hughes, but he knows that he can't afford to relent. 3-3. Very much in the balance. So terrific,
great.
Terrific. He only scored 45 last time, let himself down, but how he rectified it. I'd even get a go here, Tony. Oh,
Game
no, he won't.
shot
No,
to
he
the
won't.
7th leg. Jamie Hughes. 8th leg, it's Ryan to throw first.
Is that the moment when you feel the most pressure, Tony, to finishing on those doubles?
Especially when your opponent's just put a big shot like that from 176 down to 40.
100.
1 second you're thinking, right, I've got 3 darts for this, and all of a sudden he's hit 140 and he's right on your shoulder again. So it's plenty of pressure.
96.
At what point then? Because you know when players switch from a treble 20 to a treble 19, I understand the logic of it, and there are obviously higher scoring sections around than a 5 and a 1. But do you have a game plan for when you'd switch from a 20 to a 19?
I mean, the guys,
58.
they've been playing for so long, you don't actually need to be a mathematical genius. A lot of it's memory.
Yeah.
A lot of it's memory. You know you need them 2 segments to leave your finish. You don't have to be a genius.
58.
Although you are, of course. We're not suggesting for a moment, Tony, that you're not.
96.
Of all the sporting occasions I've been to as well, where fans can so freely mix with the players, there's nothing like this place. I've never seen anything like it.
It is a feature of the sport generally.
97.
There's an affinity because most of the people here in the audience probably play the game. They probably play on a Monday, Tuesday night in the local league, so they understand the game and they know what pressures the guys are under.
46.
But that helps, doesn't it? That helps the fans feel closer to the players and more invested in them if they've met them and had a pint with them. And
I think the players anyway wouldn't want it any other way, to be honest.
100.
And I think all the players on both sides of what we call the divide like to get out on the exhibition circuit and meet them, you know, meet
93.
their fans,
Jamie,
mix
you
with the
require
public.
150.
Oh,
The
double
second
18.
treble. Double 18.
Game shot.
Superb finish.
Jamie
Played far and
Hughes.
got.
9th leg, it's
And
Jamie
that
to throw first.
Demonstrates
Hang on.
the thinking, because he knows that 2 treble 19s leaves double 18. A lot of people go a very different way for 150, and there isn't a right way, there isn't a better way.
55.
But for him personally, the 19 route. There are other players who employ that route. Some would prefer to go treble 20, and then have a go at double 15. But that was brilliant, Tony, wasn't it?
140.
As you mentioned, he'd been hitting a lot of treble 19, so for me it was the obvious way for him to go on that shot.
it's just the ability, isn't it, to, as well as combine very speedy mental arithmetic and the knowledge of where you've got to throw a dart, to actually physically be able to deliver it into such a small portion.
81.
To keep that smooth throw going as well.
Yeah.
Well, that break's giving him a shot here now. He's throwing for the match. It's his throw, it's on his darts.
58.
Good a time as any.
Yes, and I think it's worth mentioning that a lot of the work that goes into that is done in the practice hours. The more you practice,
97.
not just throwing at the board, but different finishes, different ways of going out, the more likely you'll be able to bring it into your game when it really matters, as it certainly did for him then.
57.
Well, that's it. I mean, like a lot of people, I just aim for treble 20 and then just keep throwing at that until I need to score something else. But obviously, you need to learn how to work the whole board.
He'll stay up there.
140.
He's on song. On song now, Yozza. 150, treble 19, treble
57.
19, double 18.
Jamie, you require 128.
That was a buzzer, was a Yozza.
$58.
Now, in a minute, I'm going to invite Matt Ford to describe Hughes going for 70 for the match.
Describe it.
Test.
60.
Here you go, son.
Jamie requires
Here you go.
70.
But he's got to go for treble 18. And then double 8. Here we go. This is it. There he goes!
Perfection.
Oh my God! I can't believe what I just saw! Oh my God! I can't believe it! That happened so quick! That was like lightning! I can't believe what I just saw! Oh, I'm breathless. Breathless with emotion and awe of the sheer talent of that man. My God!
And you've got to finish us off by saying Jamie Hughes, what a way!
Jamie Hughes, and he's done it 6-3, defeating Ryan Joyce here at the Lakeside, and what a remarkable, remarkable game of darts that was. Is that good enough?
That'll do me, that'll do him, that'll do everybody.
Cheers.